Hello, beautiful people. For those of you who have hello, beautiful people, happy Friday. It's been a while since I've done a video, so bear with me because this is a trigger warning. So before I begin, especially if you have not watched my stories, I am resharing. I figured I would make this into a video. This video is not about me. It's about a movie I just watched, and so, you know, trigger warning. It involves I'm gonna be discussing on human trafficking, child trafficking, specifically sexual, child sex trafficking, basically. So if you are a survivor of either of those things, whether it's a sexual abuse survivor or a child trafficking survivor, human trafficking survivor, my heart goes out to you. Thank God I have not experienced this. I am a sexual abuse survivor, but not human trafficking. But the reason I wanted to share this movie is to inspire you all to go watch it. Right now, there is the opportunity to purchase, which is preferred, but this is how important this movie was meant to come out. And the directors, the actors themselves emphasize that it's not about revenue. It's about raising awareness. It's about having the courage to watch a movie that is real, that is happening in real time, that it's, it may be a movie that you're watching, but think beyond it. So needless to say, the title of the movie is called Sound of Freedom. And it's about a federal agent whose job is to capture pedophiles, right? And so upon doing so, he comes across before coming across this child, he decides to dive into the mind of the pedophile that he had just captured, right? He is not his first time capturing pedophiles, but this specific one, he decided to take a deeper look. And so once he did that, this is when he came across of not only finding evidence to fully sentence this vile person, if you can call him a person, but to also be able to help the kid, right? Or a kid, even if it's just one kid. And he did. He got proof, and he also was able to rescue a 6-7-year-old boy. And that's just the tipping part of the movie, right? After rescuing him, they of course take him to the doctors to get evaluated real quick. And it turns out that he had lesions, that he had scarring, present scarring, like from hours before getting captured, down there in his private parts. He no longer had his real name. He had been captured for around 3 months or more, I believe. And he was given a nickname. Like I said, this is a lot. So if it's too much, please press pause and watch later when you can. But moving forward, once the child was done getting evaluated, he hugged the agent and thanked him for saving him, right? And then proceeded to ask him if he was the rescuer of children, because he still had a sister out there who was captive. So this is what kickstarted his fire, his fuel to want to do more than just persecute or capture pedophiles. He also wanted to save the children. And so throughout the movie, because they have to be careful with how much they share, they didn't share any R-rated parts that happen in reality, right? But the way they captured the movie, it was just enough for you to know and do the math on what happens to that kid and many kids. And again, this is inspired by a true story. I think his name is Tim Ballard. the actual agent. In the movie, it even shows that he was only a few months away from attaining his pension, but because he just knew that this was a sign for him to do what he was meant to do. He chose to lose it all. He chose to leave his job, quit it, with, of course, the support of his family, to go rescue these kids, with specific focus on the girl, right? This is a movie, so the story is tailored around saving all the kids, but with the focus on the siblings, the brother and the sister, right? And so of course, he had to play the part of a pedophile. He had to get into role play to be able to capture the pedophiles and also find out where the kids are. And I don't want to keep sharing too much because I feel like I already shared important parts of the movie, but I just want you guys to try to soak whatever I just mentioned, soak it in, right? Because this is not a little hobby that these creeps have, right? It's not a one-time transaction that happens every so often. No. This is an industry. So we're smart enough to know the word industry, right? You think industry, you don't think small. You don't think a mom and pop shop. You think a big ass operation, a big ass business. And to let it sink in more, this industry is worth, this is just an estimate, because it's worth more. It's $150 billion industry. Child sex trafficking is $150 industry. $1 billion industry. Let me not forget the $1 billion industry, with over 2 million children being captured. Not accounting the ones that already lost their lives, will probably never be found,